Hey guys, it's Cece and welcome to a Contemporaryathon vlog. It is already the first day of Contemporaryathon. We are actually about 45 minutes in already, if we're being real, and I'm very excited. I am very excited to be participating in my first read-a-thon of 2020. Sunday evening was spent watching the Oscars with Brian. We were super psyched about Sunday because it was the first day that we premiered our new video on our brand new channel. Oh my god.
What the film, everybody? I'm Brian.
I'm Cece.
And today we're talking about the 2020 Best Picture Oscar nominees.
It was like kind of wild. Brian and I have been trying to get this channel off the ground for like a year now. We've been toying with the idea for multiple years, and it just keeps not happening. And so the fact that we finally got it together, we got the whole channel set up, we filmed, I edited this like monster video, and it got to premiere on the day of the Oscars, and it's a video talking about the Oscar Best Picture nominees. Like, it was kind of a hectic day, but like a really amazing day because you all showed that video and that new channel so much love, considering it's a brand new project. If you haven't been over there, I would recommend checking it out. It would make me really happy. That channel is a labor of love, and Brian and I want to update it regularly. We're going to be talking about film and about TV. So if you want more best friend shenanigans as we talk about our favorite media, maybe watch our other channel, What the Film. It would mean a lot to both of us because it's something we're really excited about making. Also, I've had Into the Unknown stuck in my head because Idina Menzel and Elsa's From Around the World sang it at the Oscars, and that song gets stuck in my head so badly that I have to like blast instrumental music to get it out of my head to read. And instead of supporting me in this, Brian decided to play Into the Unknown in like every language available. So we were just jamming to different language versions of Into the Unknown for like an hour.
Ja, ich hör dich. Sei doch still. Du bringst nur Ärger, den ich nicht will.
Yeah, I guess we should get started with like the vlog portion of this vlog. So, the first book that I'm planning on reading for Contemporaryathon is Full Disclosure by Cameron Garrett. Something about, I don't know, something told me that this was the first book I should read for the read-a-thon. I have 4 books on my TBR for the week. If you didn't catch my TBR, I'm going to be talking about all 4 of them throughout the next 7 days, but I don't know, something is just speaking to me. I want to read Full Disclosure first, so we're gonna jump into this one. It has been kind of a rough 2020 so far when it comes to star ratings. Just have not been reading books that I'm really passionate about. I have had so many 3-star reads and it's really frustrating. And then I was reading the story collection at the beginning of February and just not liking a single story in the collection. So I finally remembered my goal of 2020 was to DNF more stuff. I finally accepted DNFing that. I just finished like an hour ago this poetry collection that I really loved. So I'm feeling a little bit better. That poetry collection was my first 5-star read of 2020, and I feel like it's gotten me psyched. It's gotten me pumped to jump into Contemporaryathon reads. I feel like I'm gonna find a new favorite this week. That's bold, but I'm gonna say it. So I hope that you are ready. I hope that you enjoy this vlog and that you join me on this 7-day journey to read at least 4 books, but I have some extra options if I happen to be reading really quickly. I'm super behind on reading in February because I had to go on a very sudden trip at the beginning of February. All good. The best trip overall. But it totally threw off my reading plans, and I am super behind on stuff that I need to do. So I hope you are ready for some intense reading plans. Woo. Hi, Leia. She wants me to feed her because it's dinner time, and in order to be fed, she has to say her words. So let's see if she will do it. Hey, Leia. Hey, Leia. We'll come back. Hey, Leia. You want some food? You want some food? Okay. Hi, so we haven't checked our mail in a while. It has been a while because I sent out a bunch of emails about potential review copies and then I was out of town for a few days and it got bad. I think we can agree it got bad.
Yup.
So, it's unboxing time. Oh god. So there's some stuff here that I ordered. Alright. Amazon package number 1 is... Oh, it's a gift! Oh. So this is a gift from Eris. My 13-year-old daughter, Sai, and I watch all of your videos and thoroughly enjoyed both of these books. Just a little thank you for all that you do. Oh, thank you! Got Summer of Salt and The Midwinter Witch so I can finish this graphic novel trilogy and I can finally read this. Yes. Oh my god. So maybe these other 2 Amazon packages are ones that I ordered. Oh my god, no, this is a gift too. Shit.
God dang it. People liking you.
Oh god.
Supporting you. That's the worst.
It's so mean. Oh, these don't have a thing that says who they're from. So I'm gonna put notes in them so that I can look it up later.
Do some sleuthing.
Do some sleuthing. But, oh my god, it's The Mighty Heart of Sunny St. James and The Rise of Kyoshi. I get to read an Avatar: The Last Airbender book with a bisexual lead character. And I get to read more Ashley Herring Blake and presumably cry a whole lot more, because that's all I do when I read her books. Okay, this is definitely the one I ordered. For realsies this time.
For realsies and for real.
For realsies this time. It is A Princess in Theory by Alyssa Cole. I am reading Once Ghosted, Twice Shy this month, and it was recommended to me that I read this first because the characters from that romance novella appear first in this book. So, very different for me. This is a mass market paperback romance, but I did order that one. Let's see if this one is my patron chosen book for February. It is! So this is the other one I ordered myself because Remembrance by Rita Woods is the book that we are reading together this month for my patrons. I see 2 unplugged book boxes, so I'm not going to open those. This is from Houghton Mifflin. See? HMH. Did I request? No, I think HMH reached out to me and I said which books I would be interested in. Let's see if that's what this is. Oh, yay, it is. So it's Ink in the Blood by Kim Smejkal. This is a queer book about ladies who do tattoo magic, I believe. I thought this one came with a note. Hi Cece, hope you heart this as much as we do from your friends at HMH Teen. Oh, cute. Okay, the only thing left in here is unplugged. So I'm gonna slide that over there. Next we have something from Simon Teen. Oh, it's a book by Siobhan Vivian. I don't know what her new book is. I don't follow, like, Siobhan Vivian, so this is probably a surprise. Oh my god. We Are the Wildcats, but it came with, like, a letter.
Yes.
A Wildcat letter.
I even went to Weber
High school?
High school.
Yeah, I even went to Weber High School, so it's perfect. 6 perspective YA contemporary about a toxic coach who finds himself outplayed by the high school girls on his team. That is what I know. I've seen this cover before and I've heard Siobhan Vivian's name, but that's all I've seen from this before. And this comes out March 31st. Next up, we have something from Penguin Random House. Queen's Assassin. The Queen's Assassin by Melissa De La Cruz. This was sent to me by Megan Beatty, who is from Megan Beatty Communications, but this is YA fantasy. That's all I know about it. Another Simon & Schuster. Oh. Peter Kay and Laura Jean. So this is probably a watch party. A watch party package. We got a scrunchie.
That way you can, as a Visco girl, say who your boyfriend is.
Yes, exactly. I've also got some Twizzlers and some hair clips.
You have a Twizzler.
I have a Twizzler.
No,
Okay.
no Twizzlers.
I have a singular Twizzler.
Oh, more Twizzlers.
Hey, I do have multiple Twizzlers. See? You just didn't believe.
I was impatient.
We've also got some conversation hearts that say to LJ from PK. Some popcorn and a movie copy of PS. I Still Love You.
I like how they upgraded to microwavable popcorn.
Yeah,
that was nice.
They sent some stove popcorn last time, like a la Scream, and it didn't go super well for us making that.
No, it did not.
There was one night when we ran out of regular popcorn, and I was like, well, we have this stovetop popcorn that a publisher sent to me, and we really tried our hardest. We tried our hardest to cook that, and it didn't go well. Oh, Counterpoint. Ooh, okay, this is actually a publisher I requested something from. I was like, but what are you from? Yes! Yes! It's This Town Sleeps by Dennis E. Staples. This is one of my most anticipated releases of the year. It's about an indigenous man on a reservation who enters into a clandestine relationship with a white man. I've been super excited to read this, so yay! Also never worked with Counterpoint before, so I'm really glad that they decided to send me the thing I asked for. Oh! Yee! It's the shorts I ordered.
Oh, yes!
Yay! I ordered these shorts on Depop. Yay! Does that mean my other pair of shorts is in here somewhere? Hold up. Yee! Gotta chill. I didn't realize how much I bought. I forgot I bought these. Yes! Oh my god. So I also got these shorts, which look very plain, but it's because I got that printed on the butt.
Nice.
Yay! Oh my god, I'm gonna look so cute this summer. Alright, what the hell else have we got here?
That one's actually for me.
Yeah. You sent me something from HarperCollins?
No, I'm a big fan of HarperCollins, and they're a big fan of me, and so they sent me this. Thank you.
I think that this is probably also from Megan.
Thanks, Megan, for sending that to me.
It is. It is called The Life Below by Alexandra Monier, who apparently wrote the final 6. Looks like sci-fi. Every time I get sent a package from HarperCollins, I'm confused, and every time it's from Megan, and that's always the solution to my mystery. What is this? I Kissed Zoe Spanos by... Killed. Oh my god. The hell is wrong with me? I killed. Thank you. I Killed Zoe Spanos by Kit Frick. I was really hoping it was gay. I always hope that something's gay when it's sent to me. For fans of Sadie and Serial, it's a gripping thriller about a missing girl, a shocking confession, and a podcast looking for answers. Oh, this is going full in on Sadie. It's like, you know, Sadie isn't the only YA book about murder and podcasts. I've never heard of this one before, but it has a really cool cover. It's very bright and fun. Alright, 4 more. And we're gonna see what's in this one from Source Books, because that means it's YA. It is a finished copy of Belle Revolt by Lindsay Miller. So this is a standalone YA fantasy with, I think, an ace girl main character. They sent me an arc of this, and I haven't read it yet, so now I can read the finished copy. See what Viking sent me.
Good thing we have so much room in our apartment.
Please be. I'm really hoping one of these is the short story collection I requested. Let's hope. Oh my god, it's a short story collection I didn't know they were sending me. Same excited energy, just like different excited energy. It's I Know You Know Who I Am, stories by Peter Kispert. This is a story collection about secrets and consequences of secrets, and every story has a gay main character. And this comes out on February 11th, so it comes out tomorrow. We have 2 more from Penguin Random House. It's a hard copy of a book. I didn't think they got my email about this. It's Real Life by Brandon Taylor. Oh no, do I have to completely abandon my Contemporaryathon TBR? This is about a gay black man in the Midwest. He's from Alabama, and he is now in this Midwestern town trying to get a biochem degree. It's also one of my most anticipated releases of the entire year. I didn't think they were sending me this.
Yeah?
No. Alright, this looks like an arc. Oh, cool. This is also requested. So it is the The Storm of Life by Amy Rose Capetta, which is the second, or the final book in this duology that started with The Brilliant Death, which has a non-binary main character and love interest. We got NB Love on the cover. They kissing. I'm very excited about this. That was an intense haul. I'm gonna spend the next few hours trying to figure out where to put all of this. And where's the book I'm currently reading? You seen?
Is it underneath the camera?
Oh. Yes. And I'm working on Full Disclosure. I am about 60 pages in, and I'm really liking it so far. There are a lot of books on this table. Hi, I didn't legit update you that much yesterday. I feel like I just did the one thing and that was it, so I'm gonna try to be better. I am a little out of practice with read-a-thon vlogs, if I'm being real. So let's try this again. Let's attempt a better update and a better way of looking at today. Last night I finished reading Full Disclosure by Cameron Garrett, which is amazing because that is one book in one day. That's the goal. That's what I want most, is to be able to just get through some books, because I am so behind in February. This was good. I haven't decided what to rate it yet. I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars. I'm feeling like I'm gonna give it 4 stars. There's a part of me that's like, maybe 3.5, but I think a 4 star is more fair. This is about a teenage black girl who was born with HIV. She has just moved to a new school because clearly at her last school someone found out about her HIV status and made it public, and it was really, really bad. So she's at this new school, she has these new friends, and she is the student director of her school's production of Rent. And then she's also starting to fall for this guy, Miles, and the closer she gets, the more she's realizing she's going to have to disclose to him. And then she starts getting these notes in her locker that say if she doesn't stop dating Miles, then this person is going to make it public that she is HIV positive. So it's a very basic plot, I would say. I think that I've seen this plot a lot of times before with similar stuff. Like, this reminded me a lot of Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda. It has very similar plot lines. And I think that's maybe why I was leaning more towards the 3.5 star, is it just feels like it's a plot I've seen a lot before, but I do think that this was really strong. I think it was educational and interesting, and I really liked Simone. Can you hear the cats screaming? The cats are so upset. Who's screaming? Oh, it's Fury. She's in my closet, yelling at a wall. So it's not even either of them. It's a third cat that's also in my room. I really liked Simone. I really liked the romance. I really liked her relationship with her friends. This is a super diverse novel. Like I said, there is a black main character with HIV. She's also exploring the fact that she might be bisexual. Her love interest is a black guy. There are her best friends. I think that they're both white. I could be totally wrong on that. Lydia, one of her friends, is bisexual, and what does it say that I already forgot everybody's names? Claudia is an ace lesbian. There are a bunch of other side characters who are people of color and are queer as well. Plus Simone goes to a whole support group for teens with HIV, so I liked that. I would say if you're going into this book, you know what you're going to get. It's a YA contemporary with a very predictable plot, but I liked its message, and I liked its educational value, and I liked the writing. I thought it was cute. So, 4 stars. And now I'm gonna start reading Sing Unburied Sing by Jesmyn Ward, which I'm only about 25 pages into this so far. I think this is gonna take me a little longer. It's a little more complicated as a read. This is a National Book Award winner, so there's some complicated stuff here. And I'm not gonna tell you what it's about until I'm done reading it, because I don't know enough. I know that it's about a road trip to a prison, and that's all I'm gonna say for now. But I'm liking it so far. The first chapter is very long. It's from the perspective of a character named Jojo, so I don't know if we're gonna see Jojo's perspective again, or if it's all going to be... Oh, yes we are. Okay, just confirmed. Jojo's chapters first, and then we'll get some other characters as well. I'm liking it. The other thing I'm gonna do today is clean this motherfucking room. My room was clean, it was looking very nice, and then I had to go out of town very suddenly at the beginning of February, and like packing was the most stressful experience of my life, and I threw all my stuff everywhere, and then I got back from my trip, didn't clean up anything, and I didn't unpack. So this room is a mess, and I want to unpack everything so that I can start working on something else, which is, if you see these shelves right over here, those are shelves for my mugs, and most of my mugs are in these boxes back here. So I want to clean up everything in my bedroom so that I can finally get my mugs out of these boxes, do a little bit more unpacking. That's the goal for today. There? Let's try there. So I haven't accomplished as much as I would have liked. I did clean the room, so like, let's celebrate that. There isn't clothing all over my room, and my suitcase is put away, so that's a good thing. Every time. Here, do you want to be on camera? I know you love to be on camera, because you are the most self-important little kitty. Usually she doesn't scream at me when I do that, or I wouldn't do it so much. But yeah, cleaned my room, feel a bit better. I put a couple of mugs on the shelves as an experiment, and they seem to be doing okay. So tomorrow, hopefully, I'll unpack a couple more boxes and put more mugs on those shelves. And I read a bit more of Sing Unburied Sing by Jesmyn Ward. I'm on about page 86 right now. I'm liking this. I'm not loving it the way I thought I was going to. Like, so many people said I was gonna love this book, and I was really going in prepared for that. Like, I'm gonna love this. And if I'm being real, I'm not. I don't know. I don't know if it's just like I don't understand the point right now. You know, I feel like I'm just drifting through a story that I don't have a connection to. I don't really love Leonie, one of our main characters, and I don't feel that connected to Jojo, our other main character. I like Jojo more. But I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be getting out of this right now. I'm really trying to get into it. Like, this is one of the most celebrated books. And right now I'm just kind of bored. I think it's still gonna go fairly quickly. This is a pretty short book. There are 283 pages in this paperback edition. Already 86 pages down, 200 pages to go. I would have liked to have read more of this today, but I think I didn't read as much of this today because I wasn't as into it. Also, Brian and I went and saw Harley Quinn Birds of Prey, as it is now called. It used to be called Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn, which I think is a fun title, but I'll grant you it was too long. And if you want to know our thoughts on Birds of Prey, you should head over to our movie channel, What the Film, because that is the channel where we will be posting a full movie review of Birds of Prey. Hopefully we'll be filming that like tomorrow or the next day, so it will be up before I post this vlog. Maybe go watch us talk about it if you haven't seen the video yet. But now I'm gonna get into bed, and I'm gonna try to read a little bit more of this, but I'm kind of tired, so I might not read a ton more. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be more successful with reading. Today wasn't the best reading day. I'm gonna be really, really sad if this ends up being a book that I don't really love, because I'm going to feel really bad about it and feel kind of dumb about not getting it. Yeah. Okay, I actually did a few more things in my room than expected, so let me show you the additional things that I added in here. Also, I really gave it my all listening to Long Way Down. Like, so many people recommended it that I listen to the audiobook for Long Way Down, and I just can't process it. It's not working. I've tried so many times with audiobooks, I've tried so many different ways with audiobooks, and it just doesn't work. So I listened to like 15 to 20 minutes of the audiobook, and then I switched over to music, and I'm just gonna read Long Way Down, because that is what works better for my brain. And I got like 30 or so pages through Sing Unburied Sing, and I'm liking it a little bit more. I'm liking Leonie as a narrator a little bit more, but I'm still unsure where we're going with the book as a whole. Now I'm going to go sit for a million years and then eventually eat with Brian, because we made this slow-cooked pot roast that I'm very, very excited about. But I'm really tired from how much I got done in here. Oh my god. So we got our slow-cooked pork roast with some carrots and potatoes. And it's all been cooked in apple juice, which is our favorite method of cooking it. It's really, really good.
It's totes delish.
It's really good. Oh, and onion. Lots and lots and lots of onion.
Yeah. And it took like 5.5 hours?
Yeah, about 5.5.
Yeah, it took about 5.5 hours, and it's really good.
It's really good.
The pork roast just kind of fell apart. It's just shredded naturally.
It's really good. Just pulled it apart. Brian went to cut it, and it just started falling apart in like shreds.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't read anything since I last updated you. I've just been collapsed, and we've been watching The Mist. But I had to update you on our food because it looks really good, and the pork tasted really good, so I'm excited to taste the rest. Okay, I'm only gonna talk for like a minute because I just put a hardening mask on my face, and I would like to let it harden in peace. I started reading Long Way Down, and I'm liking it a lot more now that, like, I'm just reading it as me, and I can actually focus on it. I got a little bit further reading it than I did listening to it, and it hit, like, a twist that I really, really wasn't expecting. I know, like, nothing about this book, so maybe it's a thing everyone knows about. I didn't know about it, and now it's got me invested. Also, Brian and I watched The Mist, which fucked me up. Truly. Truly it did. It is a upsetting film. Oh, I was gonna tell you a little bit more about, like, why I think I have a hard time with audiobooks. Basically, I'm in the process right now of, like, fully switching over all of my mental health stuff here and, like, getting that all settled, possibly getting a new therapist, and one of the things I'm seeking out is a possible ADHD diagnosis, and I'm really feeling like those are the symptoms that do not allow me to listen to audiobooks. I just can't focus on them. It's part of, you know, what I think is possibly ADHD, if we're being real. So I don't know. Is that a thing? Do other people who watch my channel who have ADHD experience that? Do you have a hard time listening to audiobooks? I'm curious if it's just a me thing or if that's like yet another thing that confirms the way that my brain is. I'm gonna read a little bit longer while I wait for this to harden. And then I'm gonna go to bed. And then film in the morning, which I am excited about. Tell I like yellow? Like, has that become apparent yet in this vlog where I just keep wearing yellow shirts? Like, it only occurred to me after I put this sweater on that I swear this has got to be like the third day in a row that I've worn yellow. I think I am calling to any god who might listen for February to be over and for spring to be here, and my entire wardrobe is just like, be spring. Also something interesting, Leia has decided to sit on these boxes back here, and she just loves to stare at the window or at me. Like, it's just tall enough that she keeps chilling over there and looking into my soul. So I have a review to do. Where am I gonna set this camera so I can do my review? Okay. Is this good? I don't know. I don't have glasses on, so I can't actually tell if it's in focus. Oops. So last night I finished reading Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds. Which you saw, there was a clip. I cried. I cried a few times reading this. Like, if we're being real, there were a couple of different moments that I cried reading this. Basically, I didn't know what this was about, except for the fact that it was about a main character whose brother has been shot and killed. So I didn't know the fact that it takes place over about 60 seconds, this book. And it is a 60-second elevator ride down from where the main character lives to the lobby. He's basically going to shoot the guy he thinks shot his brother. And it is about him during those pivotal 60 seconds and him reacting to, I don't know, the first thing that happens when he gets on the elevator is that someone gets on the elevator who has been dead for a while and starts talking to Will, our main character. It's emotional, it's a ride, and I decided to give this like a 4.5 star. I didn't love the final poem or the final couple of poems. Like, I know that this was a thing in 60 seconds, which is fine. I felt like the last poem was too open-ended for me. I wanted something more out of that last poem than what I got. And I always get frustrated when that happens at the end of a book. Like, it's at the very end and you're like, oh, this has been a perfect book. I just need it to stick the landing, and then it doesn't. I'm always like, ugh. Damn it. You were so perfect. So I know that this is probably like a personal issue, but the last couple of poems just didn't work as much for me. It did make me cry though. I did think it was a beautiful novel in verse, so I'm giving it 4.5 stars. I don't think I ever said why I started reading this. I have just been having trouble with Sing Unburied Sing, and so I thought maybe it'd be easy yesterday to listen to this book, and then it didn't work. And instead of then swapping back to the book I was currently reading, my brain was like, well, you already started listening to the poetry book, so now you have to finish that. So I did. I was gonna wait until I finished Sing Unburied Sing before I read this, but it didn't happen. Then I read a bit more of Sing Unburied Sing. I read for like half an hour. My feelings remain unchanged. I will say it's interesting that this book, as well as Sing Unburied Sing, are both very much about ghosts and the prison system, which I think is interesting that that is a theme that is shared across both. Also, both of them have a tour de force on the front of the book. It's also on the front of Sing Unburied Sing, which is interesting. But, like, I should have waited to finish one until I started this one. But my brain didn't want to do that. I'm supposed to film today, like, for my channel and for our movie channel, but I don't know. I'm feeling a little off, so I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna go blow dry my hair and maybe sit and read for a bit and then reassess. I don't even know what day it is. I think it's the 13th. I don't know where my phone is. I think it's the 13th of February, so it's Galentine's Day. I'm not pumped for Valentine's Day tomorrow. Valentine's has become like my least favorite thing, so maybe that's part of the issue. Ooh, you know what else needs to get done today? Is I need to clip Leia's nails because she has little needles on her fingers and it's painful. Also, she's zoomy. She wants to play right now. Maybe I'm gonna go play with Leia for a bit. Yeah, that's your update. Oh god. This read-a-thon, it's like weird because on one hand I think the read-a-thon is going okay. I've read 2 books and it's day 4, but on the other hand, when I think about it, I'm like, I'm doing terribly! But that's just like my eternal mood about everything, I guess. I read more of this. That's good to know, I guess. How much did I read? Great question. I'm gonna have to refer to my app to check on that. Hey Bookly, sponsor me. I talk about your app all the time. It would be great if you sponsored me. Okay, what fucking day is it? The 13th? Yeah, it's the 13th. So I read about 60 pages of this today, which isn't terrible. It's like about how much I've read the past 3 days. I just feel like I'm not getting through it. It's getting interesting now. I think it took so long to set up that like it was annoying me, but it's getting more interesting at this point because like some new points of interest have been introduced, and now I'm invested, now I'm curious about it. But I have like a little under 100 pages left, so that's kind of a rough point at which to introduce new themes and ideas. So I do want to finish this book. I'm going to try to finish this book tonight because it's going to take me about an hour and 15 minutes. An hour and 17 minutes. An hour and 17 minutes right there. So that's not too bad. I should be able to do that. But I think I'm going to tack something else on for this readathon. Basically, I have a ton of graphic novels out from the library right now, like too many. It's just a new branch of our library opened up, and we went, and their graphic novel, not their graphic novel section, like their comics, it was out of this world. And most of the comics I grabbed are not contemporary graphic novels. They're a lot of fantasy, but I do have 2 that are contemporary, and I'm thinking I might try to read them during this week because I really need to get all of them back to the library, and I didn't read any of them, and I'm feeling a little dumb about that. That's what I do at the library. I go, I grab too much stuff, and then I don't read it, and then I just wait for it to run out, and then I have to return it. It's my eternal problem. Ah! Oh no. This thing just broke. Oh no. Oh, this poor University of Utah bag. It's completely broken. So my contemporary comics are Nancy Drew, as well as, where are you? The other thing that I wanted to mention is Fence. I have all 3 volumes of Fence, and I want to read these specifically before I have to return them. It's gonna annoy me so much if I return these after grabbing them. So I think after I finish Sing Unburied Sing, even though neither of these are by Black authors, which I try to focus on specifically in February, I do want to read these before they go back to the library so that like I go to the library for some purpose. So I think I'm going to try to fit these in, and then I will get into Here Comes the Sun. Also, I'm here at this time to ask for your recommendations. Basically, Brian and I spend a lot of time watching YouTube, above average amount of time watching YouTube, and we have our stuff that we watch on our own. Like, I watch book videos and like fashion and interior design videos when it's just me. Brian watches a lot of like game streams when it's just him. But when we are together, there are a few things that we tend to gravitate towards. Woodworking videos, because we like watching people do things efficiently, quickly. We watch some of like the big trending channels like BA Test Kitchen and Hot Ones. We watch some full British TV shows that are uploaded, and we watch commentary channels. And that is what I am asking for recommendations for at this time. Brian and I watch a lot of commentary videos. We are constantly seeking out stuff on YouTube to make us laugh, but again, we get really hyper-focused and we watch like an entire channel in a week, and then we don't have stuff to watch anymore. So we started by watching all of Eddie Burbach's videos. Like, we watched everything. And then Eddie lives with Gus Johnson, so we watched like all of Gus Johnson's videos. And then we hopped over to Drew Gooden, and we're most of the way through Drew Gooden's videos. I think there are still a few we haven't watched, and we're a big bulk of the way through all of Danny Gonzalez's videos, which means the next step from here is to watch all of Curtis Connor, but then I don't know where we go after that. Like, those are the boys. Are there women who do commentary channels? Oh my god. Please recommend some, like, channels that are going to make me and Brian laugh, that are funny, that are either, like, commentary channels that comment on, like, Instagram, TikTok, that kind of stuff, or do, like, funny movie reviews. That's what some of them fall back on sometimes, too, and those are a lot of fun. If you have recommendations for any of those channels, please let us know, because we are running out of content. We need new channels to watch obsessively for, like, a week, and then we'll have watched everything. I was supposed to film today, but I was kind of feeling like shit, And I know that, like, later on today, Brian hasn't been feeling so hot either, so it's probably good that we didn't film, because we would have been really low energy. Crossing our fingers for tomorrow, because we really want to talk about Birds of Prey. We're, like, really invested in talking about Birds of Prey, and I have stuff to film just for this channel. Point is, I have a lot of shit to do, and I need my brain to start producing the serotonin so that I can achieve tasks. But tomorrow's also Valentine's Day, and Valentine's Day can go fuck itself, so who knows what tomorrow will hold. Shall we talk about this while I make my coffee for the morning? I don't know where to balance my camera. That's not it. That might work. Okay. I switched recently to a more sustainable option for coffee. I was doing like individual coffee pods, but that's not super sustainable, so I have my reusable K-cup and coffee grounds. Maybe someday I'll be even fancier, but this is what I have for now. Last night I finished reading Sing Unburied Sing by Jesmyn Ward. And it was fine. I don't think you're going to be at all surprised that I only felt so-so about this book, because that's basically what I've been saying for this whole vlog, is that I just feel okay about it, which is a shame. I was really hoping that I was gonna love it. I had a lot of high hopes. I had high hopes for a novel. Oh god. This is why I'm making coffee. I don't know. I was bored, and I don't think that the good bit of the book got started until like halfway through, which is a shame. Because there were parts that I like legit enjoyed, but they were all in the second half, and it definitely wasn't the ending. I don't understand what happened at the end, if I'm being honest. Like last night, I settled in, I read for like 45 minutes, and I read the last chapter and I thought I must have been like falling asleep because it wasn't making it through, wasn't getting it. So I went to sleep, woke up, reread the last chapter, and I thought it was better. Like I got more out of it, but I still wasn't that passionate. Thing is, my favorite part of this book was the ghost story aspect. Like by far. The ghost story worked for me. I really liked that character, I really liked that storyline. The character's name was Richie. He was like our third POV. Every now and then we got a Richie chapter. And I liked the story of like needing to speak about trauma to allow someone to pass on. And this is very much about death and about, you know, mistreatment and racism and killing that is motivated by racism. But considering how much of this book was about death, I just wasn't that emotionally invested in it. I tried to be, and there were a couple of moments where I felt like I was legit emotionally invested in the story. But they were too few and far between, and I think that this book went way too slow at the beginning. Like if it was going to be a ghost story, I think it should have stuck with that all the way through. It just made the first half feel like I didn't know what we were building to. The whole first half just felt like this never-ending thing, and I wasn't sure what the point of it was. And then it was a ghost story, and I was like, okay, well this is better, but I still don't think that the whole first half really led to this effectively. Like the amount of time we spent in the car, the amount of time we spent on it being a road novel. It didn't feel like it was building to anything, and having now completed the book, I can say I don't really feel like it ever built to much. I liked Jojo. I liked his grandpa. I was invested in Richie's story and Richie's connection to River, Jojo's grandpa. That's kind of it. Which makes me sad. I was really hoping I was gonna love this book. Ultimately, I gave this 3 out of 5 stars, which is sad times. Sad times at the El Royale. That is what this... Oh my god. I'm such a fucking mess. So now I have my coffee. I said I was gonna read some comics, but I think while I'm drinking my coffee, I'm gonna start reading Here Comes the Sun first, and maybe I'll read some of those comics later. Today I like legit have to film, but I don't think I'm gonna film for my own channel. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I hate when I get stuck in ruts like this. It's so frustrating because I want to film, but also like the prospect of doing all of the steps necessary to get me ready to film sounds like an insurmountable task. I hate when I feel like that. So I'm gonna go start reading Here Comes the Sun and drink my coffee. And I will check in later to let you know how I'm doing. I'm gonna update you facing this way, at least initially, because Leia will not take her eyes off of me. No matter where I walk in the apartment, she sits on that box back there. Where is she? She sits on that box back there and she stares me down. No matter where I am. Watch. Okay, walking down the hall, almost to my room. Better turn it... Still. What? What do you want from me? What is she planning? Okay, so today, I'll be honest, I did make the conscious decision to wear yellow because at this point I think it's a theme and I can't just look a theme in the face and not take advantage of it. So I chose yellow today, consciously. Today can get fucked and I'm trying to bring sunshine into the day. We're not filming today. Brian's on the same page as me. We are going to do nothing and we're gonna order a bunch of food and it's gonna be fine. I did start reading my book. I started reading Here Comes the Sun and there are more perspectives than I was expecting. I thought that this was just from Margot's perspective. Like that's what I thought based on the back, but we are getting at least 2 other perspectives so far. Margot's mother and Margot's younger sister Tandi. I don't know. I'm so curious. This is a book set in Jamaica. It is about, at least based on the back, it's about a woman named Margot who works at a hotel and also hustles on the side in order to make sure that her sister Tandi gets an education, she can pay for her sister's education, and also to make sure that Tandi never has to do the same thing. And then Margot is also dealing with a forbidden attraction to another woman. But then we're also getting Margot's mother, started with a D. I know that. Dolores. Dolores is her mother, and Dolores is selling cheap trinkets to American tourists, also to pay for Tundi's school, and then Tundi is attending school, and she is feeling like her entire life is mapped out for her. Like everyone else in her life has made these decisions and she doesn't actually know if it's something she wants to do. And she's also going through a process of trying to lighten her skin. She's using these remedies from a woman in the neighborhood to try to get lighter skin so that she can be perceived as more beautiful. So there's a lot happening here, even in the first like 30 pages. I'm on page like 36. So there's a lot happening and I'm liking it so far, so that's good news. I'm thinking I'm going to take this moment and I am going to read a little bit of a comic. I think I'm going to try to read the 3 volumes of Fence today, and then I will loop back around to this. Yeah. Hi, happy Saturday the 15th. We made it through Valentine's Day. Let's celebrate that. Last night, we watched multiple movies, and we didn't film, like I said. We watched City Slickers, which, like, was one of my fave bro movies when I was growing up. Hi, Cora. Cora came to visit. And then we watched, Lucky Number 11, which Brian's been wanting to show me for ages, and I really enjoyed. I love a good crime movie. But I also read... Hi, Cora. Oof. You good? Cora? I also read volumes 1, 2, and 3 of Fence by C.S. Picot. Is it C.S. Picot or C.S. Picot? I can never remember. Joanna the Mad and Joanna Lafuente. These are sports comics. It's a sports comic about fencing that's very much written and done like a sports anime or sports manga. And I thought it was cute. It's so weird, like so many people give these 5 stars. People are obsessed with them, and I thought they were fine. I liked Volume 1 and Volume 3 the most. I thought Volume 2 kind of lost its way and it became a little bit aimless, and I wasn't sure why we were spending quite as much time as we were on stuff. So I gave Volumes 1 and 3 4 stars, and I gave Volume 2 3 stars. I don't really see myself continuing to read these though. Like, they didn't get me that invested. I was really looking for some kind of thing that I could add to my sports gaze roster that I could really love as much as something like Check Please. And I didn't care. I wasn't that invested in the characters. It was fine. I liked Volumes 1 and 3. I don't really need to read more than that. Like, I got it. I got the story and I'm kind of good with that. So yeah, I don't know. I'm glad I read them. I'm glad that I just got to binge through the whole series. I think I would have liked them less if I'd had to wait between volumes, because not that much happened in each of these, and I think that that would have frustrated me if I just had to read one and then consider that a story, because they weren't. Not that much happened considering this is 12 single issue comics. Anyway, did that. And then I read like another couple of chapters of Here Comes the Sun, and I don't know. I feel like I still haven't read enough to make any kind of statement on this yet. I feel like I have more to read before I determine how I'm feeling. Who's here now too? Everyone's upset. Everyone wants my attention right now. There's Cora over there. Please ignore my hand shaking. I don't know if you can tell, but it is. So I'm still gonna keep working on reading this. I have today and tomorrow to finish reading this book. Today is a recovery day. We're gonna actually film. Like, I don't, there's no getting out of it tomorrow. There's no talking around it. I'm filming tomorrow. Tonight I think we're gonna go see The Gentleman in theaters so that we can talk about it alongside Harley Quinn in a movie review. So we can do like a, here are some movies that are in theaters right now. Do you want to go see them? Hear us talk about them. Yeah, that's kind of all I have for you. I'm wearing yellow again. I don't know if the yellow is like working to improve my mood. One would assume no, but I'm gonna keep doing it in the hopes that it will. I'm gonna go back into the living room. Maybe I'll read some more. Probably we're just gonna go get dinner. Yeah. Hello and happy Sunday and happy final day of Contemporaryathon. I'm really sad to say this, but I have an update that I didn't want to do. I'm not liking this. I'm just not. I've been trying really hard, but I cannot get into it. I'm about 100 pages in, which is like a third of the length, and it's so bleak. It's so incredibly bleak, and I don't have a problem with stories that are sad. In fact, I tend to prefer emotional stories, but I need some thread of happiness. There has to be something that is also a celebration, something that is good in order for me to get through a book, and I just can't find any of that here. And after looking through other reviews, it seems like I'm never going to find that here. And I think that there is a place and a time and a value in stories like this, but for me and my mental health, and for the style of books I like to read, I need hopefulness, and that's not what this book has. I need like a shred of hopefulness, something to balance out all of the tragedy and all of the just very somber aspects of a book. So I think, despite the fact that this has been a book I've wanted to read for years, I think I'm gonna DNF it. Which makes me really sad. I'm really hopeful still for Nicole Dennis Benn's other book, Patsy. I've heard brilliant things about that book, but I think I'm gonna DNF this one. So it's a good thing that I read Fence the other day, because Here Comes the Sun was the only book on my list that was a backlist book that's been on my TBR for longer than a year, I think. Long Way Down might have been on there for longer than a year, maybe that counted. Anyway, I did accomplish that goal, and I think, full disclosure, has a little bit of green on the cover, like the tiniest sliver, which is the other challenge that Here Comes the Sun was counting for. But I think with only a day left, I'm gonna start a new book. Princess in Theory by, is it Elisa Cole or Alyssa Cole? I'm gonna look it up after I record this, so then I'll know going forward, but I'm gonna start an auto romance and see if I can get through this today, while in the midst of filming multiple videos, editing multiple videos. I'm gonna try to get through this, because I would really like to. And I would like to finish off the week on an up note. I want to read something with a little bit more joy than most of the other things I've been reading. I've been reading a lot of tragic books, a lot of very, very dark books. I want to read something joyful. So I am going to go grab my coffee, put some creamer in it, sit here, and start reading this. Hi, Contemporaryathon is over, and I'm not going to do my wrap-up right now because I'm going to bed. I'm just filming this to prove that I wore yellow.
She did not.
I'm wearing yellow.
Color correction. Clearly photoshopped. If you need comparison, this is yellow. See how much she changed the color? The lengths you go to.
I just wanted to establish this was the last yellow shirt that I owned, and I did it. I wore it on the last day of Contemporaryathon, and when I wake up tomorrow, I will tell you about the final day.
And the yellow shirt.
And the yellow shirt. And the fact that we filmed 2 videos for our movie channel.
Get hyped, y'all. Get turned. Get turned AF? Am I connecting with the children's?
No.
Oh.
Hi, I think it's about time we wrap this vlog up. It's been a few days, so I've just been like putting off this last update for some reason. I don't know why. So let's do a final check-in and say that at the beginning of the week, this was my TBR, and I read 3 of these. These 3. I DNF'd 1. And then throughout the week of reading, I added 2 books. Technically, I added 4 books, but I added 3 volumes of Fence and a Princess in Theory. I'll update you on this one because this is the only one I haven't reviewed yet. I did not finish this by the time Contemporaryathon ended. I finished this like the day after, I believe, but I will give you a review because I have now finished it. This was so delightful. I'm really glad that I chose this to read because I think Sing Unburied Sing and Here Comes the Sun were really dragging me down, and I'm really glad that I picked something up that was just happy and delightful and nice. And I own Once Ghosted Twice Shy, and I, on a whim, decided to order the rest of this series. So I'm going to have books 2 and 3 plus the other novella. It should already be here by now, and I can start reading these in the coming months. So I wound up giving this 4 stars. I thought it was adorable and delightful. And that is pretty much it. Those are my Contemporaryathon thoughts. That's what I did during Contemporaryathon. I hope that you enjoyed this vlog, even if it was a bit all over the place. I hope that you enjoyed hearing about a DNF, because I don't DNF books often, and I mean, I'm up to 3 this month now, which is interesting, and I don't really talk about DNFs during my wrap-ups. I just have never really found a place where I feel like that's where I want to talk about DNFs, probably because I feel like I haven't read enough of a book to discuss it, and I don't know. So hopefully you enjoyed hearing about like the process of me deciding to DNF a book. I was talking about it also in my Patreon live show recently and giving reasons for the 3 books I DNF'd this month, just because I think it's an ongoing process for me to be okay with DNFing things. Please let me know in the comments down below if you participated in Contemporaryathon, and if you didn't, just let me know a book that you read recently that you enjoyed. I would love to hear about some positive reading experiences in your life. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye!